open to having that discussion.
Some Democrats are urging the president to push to kill the Senate filibuster in order to pass legislation to protect voting rights. Here's what the president said about that this week.
If there's complete lockdown and chaos as a consequence of the filibuster, then we'll have to go beyond what I'm talking about.
But while the president says that the filibuster is a relic of the Jim Crow era, here's what Joe Biden said when he was in the Senate himself. Take a look.
At its core, the filibuster is not about stopping a nominee or a bill. It's about compromise and moderation.
And just last year, Kamala Harris, when she was in the Senate, led the filibuster against Republican Senator Tim Scott, an African-American, his plan for police reform. So is the filibuster racist? Is it wrong?
As the president said just last week, Chris, it's been abused. And in the first 50 years of the filibuster being around, it was used about 50 times. It was used 5 times that many last year. The president doesn't think that's how the filibuster should be used. There's an easy solution here, though, which the president would certainly advocate for, which is Democrats and Republicans coming to the table with a willingness and an openness to discussing how we get things done. If they want to come to the table and talk about how to make voting easier, more accessible, let's have that conversation. The president's eager to have it. He's not eager to move with destroying the filibuster. He's eager to get things done for the American people. But he's also not going to stand by and prevent forward-moving progress from happening. So that's what people heard from him last week.
I just want to point out, because some people noted it after the news conference, if you're talking about abuse of the filibuster over the last 2 years, the Democrats were in the minority, so they were the ones abusing it.